The ocean had always been my escape, the one place where the noise in my head finally quieted down, where the wind erased regrets, and the waves swallowed thoughts I didn't want to face. That morning felt no different. The sky was painted in soft blues and pale golds, the kind of sunrise that made you believe the day might turn out better than expected. I walked the narrow stretch of sand behind our coastal apartments, barefoot, hands in my hoodie pockets, replaying life mistakes I pretended didn't bother me. That's when I saw her, my neighbor. She stood near the rocks where the tide rolled in gently, hair loose, eyes closed, facing the sun like she was absorbing strength straight from it. I didn't recognize her at first, not fully. She wasn't the woman I passed in the hallway with polite nods and distant smiles. She was different here, vulnerable, unaware, and in that split second, I realized she was changing after an early swim, completely unaware that anyone else was around. My brain screamed at me to look away, immediately, but curiosity, shock, and the sheer suddenness of the moment froze me in place for just 1 second too long. And that's when it happened. She turned. Our eyes locked. Time stopped. Her expression wasn't anger at first. It was disbelief, embarrassment, and something else I couldn't name. My stomach dropped straight into the sand. I spun around instantly, apologizing in a rush, words tripping over each other, my face burning hotter than the rising sun. I wanted the ocean to swallow me whole. Behind me there was silence, heavy, crushing. I muttered another apology, swearing I hadn't meant to look, that it was an accident, that I was leaving, right now. My feet moved before my brain could catch up. I walked away fast, heart pounding like I'd just committed some unforgivable crime. The rest of the day was torture. Every sound in the hallway made me flinch. Every thought circled back to that moment. Had I ruined whatever fragile neighborly peace existed between us? Would she report me? Hate me? Avoid me forever? I didn't sleep that night, and just when I thought the worst was over, there was a knock at my door the next evening. Slow, firm, deliberate. I opened it, and there she was. Not angry, not yelling, calm, too calm. And that scared me more than anything else. If you're hooked already, make sure you subscribe, because this awkward moment is only the beginning. She didn't speak right away. Neither did I. The air between us felt thicker than ocean fog, loaded with things neither of us knew how to say. Finally, she broke the silence, telling me she hadn't come to accuse me of anything. She just needed to talk, adult to adult. That alone eased something in my chest I hadn't realized was clenched. She admitted she'd been mortified too, that the shock of being seen had hit her harder than she expected, not because of me specifically, but because of old wounds she never talked about. I listened, really listened, and for the first time, she saw that I wasn't just the quiet guy next door. I was someone who understood embarrassment, regret, and wishing you could rewind a moment in time. What started as an apology turned into a conversation. Then coffee. Then laughter at how absurd the whole situation had been. Days passed and the tension slowly shifted into something else. Comfort, familiarity, a strange bond built on the most awkward foundation imaginable. We started walking the beach together, always fully clothed, always respectful, joking about how fate had the worst sense of humor, but surprisingly good timing. She told me things she hadn't told anyone else. I did the same. That mortifying moment by the ocean stopped being something we avoided and became the reason we actually noticed each other. Life has a funny way of introducing people. Sometimes it's dramatic, sometimes it's embarrassing, and sometimes it's so awkward you wish it never happened, until you realize it had to. Because without that moment, we would have remained strangers living 10 feet apart, never knowing what we almost missed. So yeah, I accidentally looked away too late. But I also learned that one mistake doesn't have to define you, it can redirect you. If you enjoyed this story and want more emotional, unexpected and powerful moments like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support helps these stories reach more people, and trust me, the next one is even better. After that conversation at my door, nothing went back to normal, and somehow everything did. We didn't pretend the moment by the ocean never happened. Instead, it lingered between us like a secret neither of us knew whether to laugh about, or respect with silence. In the days that followed, I noticed small changes. The way she slowed her steps when she saw me in the hallway. The way she didn't immediately look away anymore. The way I stopped replaying that moment with shame and started remembering it as the instant life forced two strangers to finally see each other as human. One evening, she asked if I wanted to walk by the beach again. I hesitated. Memories rushed back, but she smiled and said, "It doesn't own us anymore." That sentence hit harder than she probably realized. We walked with the sunset bleeding into the water, talking about everything except that day, until somehow we were talking about everything because of it. She told me about moving here to escape a version of herself she didn't recognize anymore. I told her about how I'd been existing, not living, before the ocean walks became my therapy. Somewhere between the crashing waves and the cold sand under our feet, something shifted. Not romance, not yet, but trust. Real trust. The kind that's earned through discomfort, not perfection. People think connection happens in perfect moments. But the truth is, it's born in the ones you wish never happened. Weeks passed. Laughter came easier. Silence became comfortable. That mortifying moment faded into a story we referenced with a shake of the head and a quiet smile. And one night, as we stood watching the tide roll in, she thanked me not for looking away fast enough, not for apologizing, but for treating her like a person afterward. That's when I realized the real turning point wasn't the accident. It was what followed: respect, growth, choice. Life could have gone another way. We could have avoided each other forever. But instead, we leaned into the discomfort and found something genuine on the other side of it. And that's when it hit me. Some moments embarrass you, some break you, and some quietly redirect your entire life. This one did all three. If this story made you feel something, awkwardness, relief, hope, make sure you subscribe to the channel. These are the kinds of stories that remind us how real life actually changes us, one unexpected moment at a time.